Okay, so okay, there's gonna be a competitor between 8 billion and 80 billion here. Okay, you can see. Okay, never mind. I will share the result later on. Okay. Okay, so another 10 seconds. Another 10 seconds. I'll give you 1 minute. All right. Okay, so I will share the result here. Okay, so how many people live globally? Okay, so the answer is it is actually 8 billion. Okay, 8 billion. Okay, and the second one is how many people live in Malaysia? It is approximately, yes, it is 32 million. Okay, all right. So now, okay, when we take the numbers, okay, which is on the 8 billion here, and also the numbers on 32 billion. So 8 billions are converted into 100%, and we got 32 billion out of 8 billions. Okay, it is just 0.42%. So the population, okay, Malaysia are contributing to the globe. Okay, so now if you were a developer, okay, I believe you are not interested in the number of 0.42%, right? Okay, what brings significant the most is actually the number of percentage people living in the city. Okay, ironically, you are interested to look into the population density in the city. And I think everybody know it was surprisingly that the number of population density is differs, okay, even though they have the same total land area. And once you acquire the number of the population density, okay, you need to build a building and also infrastructure. And due to the high number of the constructions activity, this will lead to another problems, unfortunately. Okay, such as the traffic issues, environment pollution, and even the worst climate change. So how we are going to solve the issue? Okay, so how we are going to solve the issue? Okay, by adding some improvement to it. Okay, so this is actually the solution. Okay, it is about the technology here. Okay, or the due to the rapid growth of the technology that is the same trends for population. So how the technology help the AC? Currently most of the people currently realize that the capability of the BIM itself can address the issue. Okay, so in this slide, I'm going to discuss with you about the definition of BIM. Okay, this one is quite good info for those who are really new to the BIM. Secondly, is about why people are using the BIM, and thirdly, is actually what is the process of the BIM itself. Okay, right. So the first thing is actually the definition of the BIM. If you go do some research, there's gonna be a bunch definition of the BIM itself. Okay, so this is the definition that I took. This is this is the definition that I took from the Autodesk. Okay, it is a BIM is actually a process. Okay, that that begin with the creations of the 3D model and enable document management, coordination, and simulation during the entire life cycle of a project plane. Okay, that one is on the Autodesk. Okay, if you asking me, okay, so my thought on the definition of BIM is about the type. The later I there is about information. Okay, because with the information, okay, we need to attach the information to the 3D model that we created. Okay, and in order to support the entire life cycle of the construction workflow. Okay, because we know that information is not only needed throughout the beginning of the construction. Okay, it is really needed until the end phase, which is on the operation of the building. Okay, that is my own definitions. And secondly, if you are asking, secondly, it is about why people are using BIM. Okay, so the main reason why people are using the BIM is the BIM is used to design and document building and infrastructure design. Okay, it is purposely to create a design option and visualization that help the stakeholder to understand what the building look like before the construction take place. Okay, and then there's gonna be another reason why people using BIM is because of the coordination. It's about the collaboration. I just give you one example on the coordination itself, we want to determine is it the numbers of the classes within the constructions, and then we need one of the tools to operate these clash detections. And based on the clash detection, okay, we can mitigate those number of the clash before the building take place. Okay, so this one is actually saving our costs, okay, and also saving our time. Okay, and then the last part is actually the process. Okay, the process of the BIM here. Okay, they start from the plan, design, build, and operate. Okay, on the plan here, okay, just give you one example. It is informed project planning by combining reality capture and real world data. It is more on when you want to set up a project, you need to understand about the site conditions of the project itself. So this one can be done through the reality capture and also the UCS, okay, coordinate system through the real world data. And after you have confidently, okay, determine this site, okay, you can begin, okay, with the design. So for the design during this phase, so it is all involved on the conceptual design, analysis, detailing, and documentation. And all in all, I can say for the plan and design, it is all that is involved between the consultant and also the clients. Okay. And the next thing is about build and operate here. Okay, we need to understand that the information of the BIM is we need to ensure there is a flow. Okay, there is a flow of information that. So this information that is in design platform here, it will transfer into the build so that the contractor will receive the information that is up to date, and to ensure that everybody are using the single source of truth information. So that one's really vital inside the BIM purpose. Okay, so during the build here, during this stage, fabrication begins using BIM specification. Project construction logistics are shared with the trades and contractor to ensure timing and efficiency. And lastly, it is really make sense, okay, when it comes to upgrade. Let's say that if the building owner want to do some renovations, okay, it is really hard, okay, for us to make renovation without referring the earliest, okay, design or the SP drawings, okay. But this one is slightly different because we are using the BIM. So BIM is all about information. So okay, let's say that if you want to do a renovation, you can take a good example of the visualization. Okay, you can rotate the model, and then the good thing is about when you click of one of the element, you can see the information about the name of the material, okay, the name of the equipment. You can see about the maintenance date, and lastly, if you want to let's say if you want to further expand the room, okay, you can quickly searching into the size of the fitting and load, okay, to further support your extensions of the room. Okay,